Hello and welcome. Today with me is Renuka Chaudhary, the spokesperson of the Congress Party. And ma'am, before we start, I know we have been on opposite sides on the Team Anna debate. So I would just like to tell you at the outset, there is no other motive to this interview than the questions that will be asked, because I get a lot of aggression because of that. First of all, you're the party spokesperson. How difficult a job is it to be party spokesperson? Because not just the Congress, every party sometimes does stuff that is indefensible. And you're the face that has to go out and defend it. How hard is that job?
It's not so difficult as it needs to be dexterous. So you have to be very deft and dexterous in dodging some of it and facing a lot of it. A lot of it you take on the chin because that's part of the job. So, but I try to stick as much as possible to the truth. There's no rewind, replay of issues which a lot of people tend to do as spokesmen of other parties.
Do you think it also makes the spokesperson unpopular and in some sense unelectable? I don't know if I don't have a statistic to actually follow this up, but just out of the spokespersons in all the major parties right now, none of them are fielded as candidates. Do you think it's because over the years they have been used to defend things sometimes?
No, I don't see that. No. I don't think there's any correlation in that, because I have fought and won elections and
in the past.
In the past,
but
and
as spokesperson, you think that
I think it's a huge advantage having fought an election.
Advantage.
Yes, of course, because then your perspective on what is happening politically is heightened.
Okay.
It's a lot more sharper because you know exactly what the political play is about.
I see.
And your interpretation of a situation or a situation that's running away or appears to run away, for that matter, even the whole Anna issue, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I mean, it sounds very this thing, but we knew exactly that the steps that they were taking was going the wrong direction. Okay. In terms of as a movement, independent of
we'll stay away from
as a political. I'm just telling you, and zone. So. You know,
do you think it's a thankless job sometimes that you feel like saying that, you know what, like let's say someone has screwed up and said something or done something, like, you know, Mamta Banerjee's statement, you know, there have been such statements in the past, you and Kapil Sibal has clashed on the feminist issue. Sometimes you feel like saying, you know what, the guy who said this, why don't you go defend yourself? Leave me out of it. I mean, does that happen?
No, not at all, because, I mean, you're part of a team, right?
Sure.
You're a spokesman because you're part of that team.
Okay.
Each one of us has a role to play.
Okay.
So, if someone is perceived as goofed up, I think it's part of the team play that you manage that.
Okay. Now, tell me, I personally think that the media is very soft on party spokespersons and even ministers, their engagement with power. I mean, I mean, in studios, they may be shouting matches, but they will never try to corner someone on substantive issues. Do you think the media is hard enough and tough enough on spokespersons and with politicians?
Yes, of course. I think they're ruthless. They have been absolutely mean, and the times we've come to studios and the audience is stacked against us. And
but that's the audience.
And
that's not
no, but the audience is very cleverly filtered, isn't it? It's not just some random uncle who's walking into the studio, right?
Of course it is.
And no, not at all. And their perceptions are understood. I mean, I think there's an indirect psychology which is done where they appear very friendly and chat with them, and they know exactly which side.
So you think the media is ruthless too?
I think they love pinning us down because it's huge TRP, right? So you see the ruthlessness with which we are handled, my God, and sometimes we've had the media moderating a show and telling us their opinions. We've had to answer, India wants to hear what?
Arnab.
I'm not mentioning Arnab. Okay, Arnab's been very balanced at many times, I have to say.
I think he's great though.
I think he's fantastic. And you see those pointed questions, those pointed barbs, and then suddenly the media honcho is reminding you of your party negatives. They bring it to the public forum.
And you have to defend it.
So it's fine. No, it's good. It's good because it hones our skills as well.